Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing a weekly tarot reading. I do daily tarot readings for the collective, for whoever's tuning in. And then weekly, I look at each sign. So welcome in to whoever sees this reading and feels that feels some resonance. So this is a general reading. I'm tuning into general energies. So use your discernment to decide what messages are for you and what messages are for someone else. So if you would like a reading where I tune into your specific energy, your specific questions, there's a link in the description box below. Sign up for a reading or a coaching session, and we can look at your specific questions and energies. So let's get to your reading right now, Pisces. In the past, I'm going to be looking at past energies, present, messages from your higher self, the challenge, what's hidden, the opportunity, and the possible outcome. So in your past, we have the moon in reverse. Something that was hidden coming to light. Ooh, wow. This was a deep dive, huh? Oh, so emotional. Oh, the bravery this took to I feel like you saw some things that you'd hidden from yourself. Boy, this goes all the way back to your upbringing. Very painful emotions, painful in the heart space. So painful things about yourself and others, how you perceive yourself and how others have perceived you. It looks like when this was happening in the past, it feels like this could be recently in the past. It's a lot of processing of emotions here. What's interesting is it feels like you did this processing, this healing by yourself, very independent. Oh, in the 3D, at least. Feels like spirits all around you while you were healing yourself. Feels like you worked your way through these really painful energies. I just keep getting by myself. I think as I'm tuning into this, Pisces, it feels like you were seeing the worst of yourself. You felt like you were showing up as the absolute, like an aspect of yourself. Like, I didn't want to show up like this, not in public. And what I'm getting is that actually you were being perceived as independent, capable, fertile, abundant. There's also something where you come out from healing this on the other side, much more confident in who you are, like a real confidence. Ooh, you've got this energy around you in the past of unable to move forward. A lot of messages were coming in around a skill that you have around your work, something you're really skilled at, something you've mastered. Wow. It feels like a breakup, but it feels like before anything even happens. Almost, it feels like something is over before it even began. Like someone, maybe an interest, something, and it's like, nope, that is not, you shall not pass. Something did not, I'm not sure what that is. This doesn't feel, it feels maybe part of your work. It feels more like in your love life. It feels like a soulmate comes in, but there wasn't, something isn't, yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Let's move on and see if we can find some clarity. In present Pisces, we have Judgment. Ooh, look at you. It looks like you've, it feels like you're really identifying more and more with your light body and not the projections of who you are in the 3D. It feels like you're believing more and more in the light that is you and not the physicality that's you. I mean, they're both important, but there's something about you tuning into what's real that's giving you a new life. You might have your guard down right now. You might feel vulnerable right now. It's hard to stand your ground for some reason right now. There's some type of new truth, that's some clarity that's coming in. Feels like this clarity is around relationship, connections, how you relate to others, how you choose others. You might have chosen people that you felt comfortable around, but because they had some old toxic ways of being, like in this past that I'm tuning into, kind of confusing and not loving. That's not love. I feel like this person says love a lot. That's not love. I feel like you're seeing who's really walking the walk. I feel like you're not listening so much as what they say, and you're really tuning into how they're making you feel and how they're acting. And you might not be able to communicate and totally, but that something's off with the people around you. Some of the people around you are freaking amazing. They can see you, they can meet you on your level, and there are others who are just toxic AF. And it feels like you're learning, you're seeing this with the help of your higher self, for sure. Feel like that's your higher self is like, hey, look, see this clearly. All right. Messages from your higher self. 6 of Swords. You're moving to calmer waters. I think you're moving away from any energies, anyone who says they're your friend and yet that's not friendly. Not your version, not what you find helpful, supportive. That's not a friend. You're moving away from this energy with all the clarity that you're receiving right now. It's like, I'm just moving out. Not going to waste any more energy on this person, these type of energies, people, person. I am creating a healthy boundary for myself, and I'm moving. It feels like you're getting off the karmic wheel. If you stay and try to heal them, trying to change their mind, trying to get them to see your point of view, you're back in that karma. You're back in it with them. It feels like your higher self is saying, just get off this karmic wheel. You see now a karmic wheel that you've been tied to, and you're getting off of it. You're moving away from this has been in all the readings coming up, a mother wound. You're moving away from very frenemy, mean girl, competition. These people, whoever's embodying this, they're not your friends. I think you can feel this. I think you're like, at first you feel really good. How do you feel when they leave your energy? When they're not telling you what you want to hear and they leave your energy, how do you feel then? Because this person you've got people, yes, 5 of Swords. They're bullies, man. That's not your friend. They're in competition. That is not your friend. They get you in your emotions and they project all their limitations onto you. They're telling lies about you. They are saying what you want to hear to your face, and they are just annihilating you behind your back. It looks like you might already know this. Oh, sorry. I feel like I'm like telling you something, and you already know this. It feels like you're moving away from this. You're moving out. You're setting your sights on anywhere else than this energy. Your challenge. Interesting. This is actually a blessing in disguise. This is a wish being granted. There's something that you want. I'm guessing healthy, honest, authentic connections, maybe even loving connections, found family, soulmate, soul tribe, soul family type of energy. Your challenge is to not see this as some type of punishment, what you're going through, or something going wrong. This is a blessing. This needs to be seen and dealt with so you can clear it, so you can bring in whatever that wish is behind it. You need to see this. You need to see who's real and what's what, to get whatever that wish is. It feels like that wish has a lot in it. Let me see. You want to be your authentic self. You want to be accepted as your authentic self. You want to shine and be amazing by just being yourself. And attract those who really want the best for you, who really want to support you, who want to see, who'll be your cheerleaders. I feel like you've been surrounded by people who don't want you to succeed. They say they do. They might give you a few, but they're constantly tearing anything they give to you. They're behind the scenes tearing it and ripping it apart. And it's time for you to see this energy, see the clarity of who, because that's not love. I think you've got some wires some wires have been crossed and you're uncrossing them. You're figuring stuff out. It's very profound. It feels incredibly painful too, to see some of these truths, but you're ready. All right, what's hidden is the Five of Pentacles. Abandonment. You felt very left out, isolated, feel like you've had to do things by yourself a lot. I think what's hidden here that I'm tuning into is this abandonment. Kind of, it feels like a lot of times in your life you felt very abandoned, and it's because you've been living through the projections, what people have projected onto you, and even what you've projected on as who you are, instead of just going within and tuning into that inner divine light, that spark of divine light within your heart space. And by not tuning into the authentic aspect of who you are, you kept abandoning this, your truth and authenticity, and you've seen yourself and how others, through the lens of how these projections around you and so as you continued to abandon and like, well, I think I'm seeing this about myself while you're growing up, and your parents and the people around you were like, no, that's not you. You are this and this, and it feels like all their limitations that they can't have about themselves, they projected onto you. And so it was this fight, and you just gave up. You're like, more and more, you're like, well, I guess this isn't me. I guess this is me. This projection, I guess this isn't me. What's hidden is you're healing that. It's coming to light. And you're realizing that you've been fighting projections. As you've abandoned your, you were convinced some of you, like, whenever you would assert, this is who I am, and see it through here, like as a child, that was like a no, you weren't allowed, that's not you. And so some of you through pretty aggressive means. So when I say you abandon yourself, I'm not saying it lightly or that it was done just like whatever. It was done through systematic programming and deprogramming, and some of that through terror and aggression. But now it looks like this is coming to light. What's lovely about this is this allows you to start showing up as yourself and realizing what's projections, where you've been involved in participating in this type of energy too. You're not a victim. You were a match to this energy, became a match to it, and now you're unmatching from this energy. Unmatching, unmirroring, detaching, leaving this karmic cycle. Feels like I'm the greatest love story. I'm never going to leave you. Now that I've found you again, I'm never going to leave you. I'm never going to leave my own light. Feels like in this lifetime you really explored separating from yourself. All right. Your opportunity is the Four of Swords in reverse. This is coming out of healing or refusing to heal. Let's see. Coming out of healing of that heart space or refusing to heal that heart space. is your opportunity. It looks like, you're coming out of healing. A lot of you are coming out of healing that heart space by connecting with Source. Oh, snap. Okay, I get what this message is. Wow. Wow. You have an opportunity here to completely call a spade a spade. This is a projection. This isn't me. This isn't me, not this out here that others. You connect with Source and you see through that spark of divine consciousness within your heart space, that tiny little spot, that brilliant white light, high vibing, where you are an extension of Source. You connect within through that and see yourself and your world through the truth, the lens of Source, how Source is seeing things, seeing you, seeing the world around you. And that shatters the illusion. Not everyone's, but you stop seeing everything through the projections. This is huge. Like, this is huge. This is huge. This is big. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Pisces, your possible outcome is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is people playing games. People can't play with you anymore. If you can see through these projections and the BS, they can't juggle you. They can't play. Wow. Yeah, you do. So as this, I could feel the intensity of like a lot of karma you're working through, a lot of lie energy, projection. Oh, it's just a lot. And as we're getting to the opportunity and possible outcome, there's a lifting. It's like it becomes a superpower of yours. Like, it can't be played with anymore. It feels like you were dupable. Just gonna say it. You were a bit dupable before this, and now you're like, I just know too much. It doesn't feel like you're mean about it, mean-spirited or anything, because you're also through that lens of in that heart space and through that tiny little spark of light. When you become one with it and see through the lens of Source, it feels like you're also seeing these people through the eye of Source and seeing having a lot of grace and compassion. However, it's not, I have so much grace and compassion and no boundaries. You love yourself first and you realize in this expression, I am no longer going to engage with these type of energies because I love myself so much. And I also have grace and compassion for these other people. They've shown me a lot. I've learned a lot from pretty painful encounters with these people. So I'm going to go along my journey and heal. And it's free will. They can choose whatever they want. But I'm just not going to participate in that any longer. I'm just no longer going to play. Because that's not love. And I think that's why you've had like a chronic lack of lasting love in your life. Because these projections aren't love. something really shifts. It feels this possible outcome is this is a tower. This blows your mind. It feels like a realization of how I'm going to start over from a different set, from not looking through the lens of how everyone is seeing me and how I want others to see me, but it's a whole other way of viewing yourself and your world. Feels very exciting. Like this feels like a great tower. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. So if without all that confusion and all this projection, there's a real clarity, and it feels like you're new in the world. You're seeing yourself clearly, kind of in that Page of Cups, like you're new. It feels like you're a baby because you're getting to know who you really are without the projections. Feels very freeing, very authentic. And it isn't about being your best version of self. It's being whole, loving all parts of self, not just the best ones. The best ones. All parts. Really owning yourself, being whole and complete. Wow. All right, Pisces.